when you have your own thing to do, people can't get mad about it, you know? That's why it's so easy for leftists to rope in vulnerable people that are really, really insecure, like gays, okay? Now, this guy, apparently, you know, I've spoken to him before. He said that he just came out like a couple years ago, but he was gonna kill himself if he didn't come out. So, you know, whatever. I support people, you know. It's like, but it's like if you don't support the thing that they're into, then they act like you don't support them as a person because they so strongly identify their whole personality and their whole existence with whatever thing they identify with, which is kind of fucked up, you know? It's like, you have any idea how many people tell me I'm not schizophrenic? Or do you have any idea how many people, like, they don't want shit to do with me because of it? You hear me fucking whining about it? Or, like, expecting people to support me? Or whatever. I mean, schizos don't want support. Are you kidding me? Freak us out. Be like, what do you want? What are you trying to do? What do you want from me? They don't trust people. So that's why I think it's inherently narcissistic, because it's like, if you're like demanding support for something that, I mean, regardless of the fact that it's an abomination against God, like, let's pretend that that's not in the Bible, all right? Let's pretend that it's like a totally normal thing. It's like, still, why would you feel the need to support somebody else's, like, journey into whatever? You know what? I just don't get that. Like, I didn't get that when I was going to, like, AA meetings. I was like, why do people need support for just, like, not drinking? Like, just don't do it, man. But I don't know. I think it's like, I just have logic that most people don't have because I have security in who I am. Whereas most people are like so insecure that they have to latch on to some particular segment of who they think they are. And you must support it. It's just like when people talk about abortion, or they talk about guns, or they talk about like I don't support anything. I don't support the military. I don't support any fucking movement. I don't support like really anything but art. Like, if you make art, unless you're like Marina Abramovic or some shit, like I support comedy. I do. But that's more of like you know, that's a concept. I support the concept of comedy. I don't just support it as an art form. I support it as like a way of life and a perspective and a way to look at things and not play the victim because you can just make a fucking joke, you know? And it's like, I think that gays are like naturally funny. Just like I think black people are naturally funny. I think that like anybody that's sort of an outsider in a country like this where, you know, people assimilate better than they do anything else, you know, I think that if you have an outsider perspective, it's going to be naturally funny. But gay people are no longer on the outside, okay? You know, black people are like constantly propped up and told they're victims like every fucking second of the day, all right? So it's like when people hear that stuff all the time, it gets into their head and it prevents them from being funny because it makes them see themselves as a victim all the time. Which is why whatever potential women have to be funny, you know, because we're mentally ill, so we kind of sort of cut out for that shit, actually. So when people say, oh, women aren't funny, that's literally not true, okay? We're very funny, we're just not funny on stage, right? We think we're victims, isn't that hilarious? No, but, it's just,
too often I hear people get on the soapbox, which is why I've tried to like stay away from politics, but it's just something I'm naturally interested in. So I know that I'm funny in that way because I'm willing to push it and say things that a lot of people are afraid to say because they think they're going to get canceled. And like, I just don't give a fuck, because like, you worrying about that insinuates that you have something in this world that is worthy of getting canceled. And I don't, because I'm literally saying, like, get rid of your phone. Get rid of that thing that you use all the time, like a damn oxygen tank, you know? Get rid of that. Like, nobody's saying that, dude. Nobody. At least no comedian. I haven't heard any comedian say, get rid of your smartphone, or get a real job, stop door dashing, you piece of shit. My friend Joey Goodsong door dashes. Like, I can totally see him at a restaurant being like, hi, yes, I have an order. I love you, Joey. I know you're watching this. He's probably one of the only comics that legitimately watches my channel. I think Shane Beyonce. I said it fancy. He's watched it. But Chris Reeves has watched it. I don't tell Eddie Ortiz about it, because Eddie couldn't handle it. But Eddie's on the left. See, that's the thing. Like, if you're on the left, anybody on the right is seen as hateful. Any joke is racist. You know? It's like, they just want to play the victim about everything. And that's really annoying. And it's terrible for comedy. It's terrible for the world. I'm gonna park right next to John. He totaled his car too. He's not a woman. He pulled out in front of somebody. So it is possible to not be a woman and still total your car. But shit. I don't want to do this today, but we have to, right?